the monster energy linked with his bloodstream. I've never seen or heard anything like this. Because he already possessed a relic, I thought it'd be okay. If something terrible happens to my son, I will never ever forgive you. Theo, my dear son, it seems I've worried you. I'm fine. No need to be alarmed. Hunting a griffin. You have successfully completed scenario quest number 2. Reward. Ownership of the White Moonlight Sword. The griffin was easy to defeat because it was just freshly unsealed. Well, that and psychological warfare didn't work on me. By absorbing the monster energy of the White Moonlight Sword, your magic power has greatly increased. Jia, 130 magic power. Your magic power has surpassed 200. Your magic power has started to gain divinity. My magic power, it's increased to the level of a high-rank swordsman. Type, special ability. Effect, body enhancement. Jo1 1.5 Sectra magic power recovery. It's a shame I can't use all this magic power right away. I have to hold myself back until the awakening ceremony. Theo Ragnar, 17, male. Level, 16. Stats, strength, 96 dexterity, 27 vitality, 21 magic power, 228 intelligence, 20 luck, -6. Skills, Lesser Drake's Fear. Access denied. You surprised this elf. Congratulations. You actually succeeded. You'll keep your promise, right? Don't you know that elves can't lie? It's being defiant. No, that's not quite it. It probably feels stuffy after being trapped for hundreds of years. Since it's finally out into the world, it wants to release all the pent-up frustration. Why don't you swing at that wall with all you got? Will it be okay? What a useless worry. Even if it's the White Moonlight Sword, a swing from a brat that hasn't even had their awakening ceremony yet can't damage the Basque workshop. That's kind of irritating to hear. That's so? Since I can hide my dragon heart whenever I want, why don't I take this as an opportunity to test out the White Moonlight Sword and use my magic power? Then please excuse me while I impose. White Moonlight Sword, a monster sword possessed by a griffin and a relic of the primordial dragon. Huh? Wait. My money. This might be a bit too dangerous. It absorbed all my magic power. When did she? She's fast. Goodness. You really aren't proficient with magic at all. Did you really do this just from the blade's sharpness? This boy is a genius. A prodigious genius. And this genius is my grandson. Okay, Theo Ragnar, I shall be your patron from now on. You just need to spread your wings and show the world your skills. You'll become the Basque Workshop's live advertising board. Mother, I see the money in your eyes. Please use this for the wall repair funds. The loot from a drake. He must have acquired it while obtaining the relic. That daughter of mine sure raised an incredible son. Long time no see. Demon craftsman. Why are you here? 5 days later, awakening ceremony day. Okay. Your swordplay has gotten stronger and swifter overall. That's a relief. To think Evelyn would ever praise me. It's been half a year since young Master Theo began to change, and he's already grown strong enough to push me back. On top of that, if he awakens his magic power today, it'll be the birth of a monster. You've done a great job. You might even aim to become the valedictorian of the awakening ceremony, young master. I shall pray for your success. It's all thanks to you, Evelyn. Know that if I become valedictorian, I'll mention your name during my speech in front of everyone. Why would you? Oh, me too. Me too, young master. Please mention my name too. Jeez, it's tough being popular. All right. I'm off now. Central Headquarters. Theo Ragnar of Camellia Palace. The awakening ceremony is the most important annual event for Ragnars. Every participant wishes to obtain good results at the awakening ceremony. And as swordsmen of Ragnar, it is the first place they can be acknowledged and honored. Since everyone of the Ragnar clan is watching, including the clan head. Clan head Kyle Ragnar, the 9 dragons, former clan head, 2 generations ago. Hilda Ragnar, Tension, Judge, Drakengate swordsman Vana Ragnar. We shall proceed with the start of the preliminary examination. The preliminary will entail grabbing a sword placed on the ground and leaving a mark on top of the steel wall on the platform. For your information, the wall was forged with a mix of white snow steel. Those ordinary steel blades will not be able to scratch it whatsoever. But it all changes if you pour magic power into your attacks. I shall now hand out Soma to you. 1 pill of Soma will provide you 10 annals of magic power. It is an elixir that'll help you open your mana halls. Swallow the Soma and open your mana hall in the Dantian. Only then will you be able to cut the white snow steel wall with those swords. The depth of your cut will determine your results. Now on. Participant whose name is called will grab their sword and step onto the platform. Participant number 1, Theo Ragnar. Come forth. In my past life, Axion was the valedictorian. Scenario. Quest number 3. Victor of the Awakening Ceremony. Become the valedictorian of the Awakening Ceremony. So that's the one, Kyle? The boy you mentioned before. He must have caught your interest. Of course. I got curious after you said you were keeping an eye on him. Well then, let us have a look at how competent this descendant truly is. Whew. The Awakening Ceremony, huh? I'm a bit nervous. Probably because it's been a while. Now then, please swallow the Soma. Understood. In my past life, I swallowed the Soma and was unable to control the mana, severely injuring my Dantian. However, in this life, something like that won't happen. This moron, to cause a mana wave of this size, he isn't able to properly control it. When one swallows the Soma, one needs to use it very carefully in order to allow the mana hall to settle in the Dantian. The more talented Ragnars have so much mana that if they aren't careful, they can become disabled. This guy is done for as well. He endured it? Finally, I have both a dragon heart and a mana hall. It's almost a bit disheartening. Unlike in the last life, I succeeded too easily. Anyway, from now on, I'm officially allowed to use mana. Then now, using this vast amount of mana, I just need to refreshingly pour it all out. Single flash. Theo Ragnar. Pass. No way. I haven't seen something like this since young Master Thorkel. Is that really the sword slash of someone who unleashed mana for the first time? The curse of bad luck that has been in effect has ended. Now, your fame has begun to slowly spread throughout the world. It's only now that I'm able to reach the same starting point as the others. Many people have shown interest in your great performance. Osa Ragnar Plunus wishes to take you in as a disciple. Julius Ragnar is discontent at the amount of interest being focused on you. Rober Ragnar is cautious of you. Hilda Ragnar shows interest in you, while the Black Dragon and the Sword Dragon were unexpected. Most importantly, the fact that I've caught Hilda's eye makes me especially happy. She has the heart of Garuda, after all. If I can just obtain that. Sybil Dre, pass. Succeeded. Young Master Theo. Ray Ragnar. Hulkus Lanky. Remington Narcio. All of the 4 Hounds of the North had monstrous results, but not a single one of them have made a mark as great as the young masters. Now, the only one left is Axion Ragnar. Come forward. At this rate, it's a contest between the Luster Tiger and Dark Tiger. No, not even Axion will be able to do that. To think the Luster Tiger was at that level. Then please swallow the Soma and… wait! They sure have surprised me several times today. Axion Ragnar, pass. How could this be? They're almost too identical. Who won? In this case, the precision grading will determine who wins. With this, the first stage of the Awakening Ceremony is over. Good work, everyone. This year, I'm very satisfied, seeing many people who greatly increased their scores. Those who passed are to prepare for the second stage of the awakening ceremony in 4 days. Then, finally, we will announce the rankings that everyone was waiting for. The valedictorian for the first stage of the awakening ceremony is first in the first blooming ceremony, top of the class, Theo Ragnar. His score is 10 out of 10. Technique, magic, control, speed. Not a single thing was unnecessary. Axion lost. Even the depth of the sword mark is similar to that of Lord Thorkel. Thorkel Ragnar, one of the top 5 candidates known to be the closest to the next succession. The second rank is Axion Ragnar. Unfortunately, though he also scored a perfect 10, the length was shorter compared to Theo Ragnar, so he was classified as second. Third place, Wellington Ragnar. Fourth place, Ray Ragnar. Fifth place, Hulkus Rank. Sixth place, Erika Rang. Seventh place, Lizzie Zigger. 33rd place, Rico Edith. 87th place, Sybil Dre. Everyone did a great job. The second blooming ceremony will be held in 3 days in the Winter Mountains. The 87 successful candidates should make thorough preparations. That's all, dismiss. Congratulations to the first and second ranks. This is the true power of our 4th training ground. Congratulations, Theo and Wellington. Thank you, everyone. But this isn't the end. Our goal is to pass the second blooming ceremony together. We will also claim the final first and second ranks. Both of you can definitely do it. Congratulations on being first, Lord Theo. I'm glad to see your efforts have paid off. I feel ashamed of being so far behind. Well, this time, I was just lucky. What's important among friends anyway? Thank you, Lord Theo. My clouded feelings are becoming a bit clearer. Let's do our best in the second blooming ceremony. In my past life, this was an achievement beyond imagination. Although it wasn't a real battle, defeating Axion. I can hardly believe it myself. But this is just the beginning. Killing a pawn like Rendon is far from enough. Note, the real enemies are Axio and the Dragon of the Sky. With all this strength and my cunning strategies, I'll pay them back. Tenfold. By the way, this compass. Nest compass. Type equals miscellaneous. Effect shows the holder the direction of the nest. It's pointing towards the Winter Mountains. What? I'll be able to find out what the nest is during the second blooming ceremony. Huh? Huh? Where is? Ah, how did you? Wait. Hold on. I'm not a suspicious person. I am Getsby Yotan from the Gale Sword Unit. The captain saw the blooming ceremony and sent me. A scout? I expected it, but it's faster than I thought. So, specifically, you've been given the opportunity to take the entrance qualification test. Not a scout, but asking me to come take a test? Yes. You must be aware of the prestige of our Gale unit. Just getting the opportunity. As expected, the Gale Sword unit is full of fools. What did you say? Who the hell are you? Ragnar. Unlike those fools, we intend to invite you directly as a member of the Black Iron Cavalry. What do you think? Vice Commander of the Black Iron Cavalry, Fire Goblin, Ayan Sosori. Fire Goblin? Now that you recognize me, step aside. Nice to meet you. I'm from the Black Sword Unit. We offer the position of squad leader in 3 years as a guarantee for Lord Theo. This is the Bureau of Law. The director himself has come to. Security Bureau here. If you accept the invitation, we will provide full support. Hey, get in line! Get in line! Don't cut in! What line? You get in line. Whoever takes him first wins. What the heck? This is getting ridiculous. Let's get out of here quickly before this gets more annoying. I know it's something that could be criticized as greed, but to win over a talent like this, do you really have to endure that level of humiliation? Lady of the Plum Blossom Palace, Sword Dragon, Osa Ragnar, Prunus. Lady of the Plum Blossom Palace? How could the First Lady personally come to a place like this? What else? Like all of you, to see Theo Ragnar, came for a stroll to see that child. Theo Ragnar, young master. Pathetic. Think taking your anger out in the wrong place will change anything? Uncle, at times like this, you need to cool your head and make a plan. Come with me. The second blooming ceremony will tell you how to turn it into Theo Ragnar's grave. Sullying my reputation slightly is nothing if it means gaining a greatly talented individual. Lady of the Plum Blossom, Palace Sword Dragon, Osa Ragnar Plunus, Uvi. Lady Plum Blossom, what business do you have here, first wife? What do you think? Just like you, I've come here to see Theo Ragnar. For Lady Plum Blossom to personally pay him a visit, what we offer now is going to seem insignificant. Lady Plum Blossom, please wait. Could it be that she plans to personally share her teachings? A signature move of Lady Plum Blossom that creates a perfectly isolated space between the outside and inside. Something in person that I've only ever heard of. My popularity is finally dawning on me. I'm sure the demon dragon will be furious once he finds out, but it's not like anyone can stop me from giving you a gift. By gift, do you mean? The clan head's swordsmanship is intense, like dragon fire descending from the heavens. It incinerates everything in its path. But I am different from him. I embrace countless variations in my sword, because the dragon that it pursues is one that contains unlimited change within a single breath. I call this Celestial Flower Rain, the first technique of full bloom of the plum blossoms. That was unbelievable. Within a single continuous movement, there were 120 circles and variations. So it was true that in terms of pure swordsmanship, she is even above the clan head. If I can absorb and apply what I just saw into my single flash, I'm not sure I deserve such a gift. It's fine as long as you enjoyed watching it. Wish to see what comes next? Come find me whenever after the awakening ceremony. I wish for you to be a new wind in this place, Theo. I've received something far too great. It'll be hard for me to act shameless and not show any gratitude. It'd probably be a stretch to become Lady Plum Blossom's disciple and join the white-armored dragon cavalry, right? Well, I can think it over once the second stage is over. 3 days later, the second stage of the awakening ceremony. The Winter Mountains stretch across a vast distance, from our home of Wintera, all the way to the Demon Sea. Here, we Ragnars have shielded humanity from the cursed land beyond the Great Wall for over 1,000 years. The Demon Sea, where countless demonic fiends lay waste. You all have the responsibility to one day inherit that duty. That is why this place has been selected as the site of the second stage. Second stage exam overseer, Jackie Ragnar. However, merely being apprentice swordsman, you are not yet able to enter the Demon Sea. Therefore, the exam area is restricted to the inner side of the Great Wall. Precautions must be taken to not enter into the Demon Sea. Yes, sir. The exam is simple. You have 5 days to defeat the demonic monsters that roam the Winter Mountains and retrieve the bells that we've placed on their necks. There are 7 different colored bells: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet, each increasing in point value in that order. Naturally, higher points mean more powerful demonic fiends, especially violet bell fiends, which are at a level that none of you are capable of defeating. But they are also worth that many more points. The hunting method is entirely up to you. Whatever method you use, the only thing that matters is bringing back bells before the end of the exam. Saying that we can use whatever method means that we can also snatch someone else's prey, or bells. They're purposely sowing seeds of discord. That is the Ragnar Clan's law of the jungle. As a final note, across the mountains, we have installed totems that repel fiends. Inside said safe zones, there are supplies buried nearby, so utilize them to the best of your abilities. Now, the exam will commence. You're all dismissed. Since this exam lasts for 5 days, supplies are of the essence. I'll first secure some supplies. Then, I'll go assist young Master Theo. How fun and entertaining. You must move according to my plan. If you do, that place will become Theo's grave. It should get a move on as well. Remember how you said we were friends? Remy, I've thought long and hard for the past 3 days, and it seems that I consider you both a friend and a rival. And so, A desire has taken root. The desire to truly surpass you, young Master Theo. Agree. I know that feeling. Remy, I also consider you my friend and rival. But that is why I will try and beat you during the second stage. That is what I've come to tell you. Grinned. I wish you good luck. Remington has set me as his goal. Could a more thrilling feeling exist? It's delightful. Becoming someone that's truly strong. Well, let's set aside mushy feelings for now. Time to search for the dragon's nest. Nest compass. Type. Miscellaneous. Effect. Guides the holder in the direction of the nest. The outskirts of the Winter Mountain Range. I'm sure it's around here somewhere. I can't believe it's hidden within all this snow. Do I have to dig through all this? I should have brought a shovel. It's a bit weird to use the moon-white sword to dig. Well, if you have no teeth, you'll just chew with my gums. Come out now. When did you start noticing us? I thought that we've been following you secretly, you guys. See, I told you you guys were too loud. We're doomed. I think that punk is stronger than we thought. The three roughnecks of Book Mountain. Hyde, Cow, Loon. They were the ones who slaughtered civilians under the guise of an accident during their mission. They're like the side effects of Ragnar's pursuit of a stronger existence. I especially can't forget the massacre in the village of Buck Mountains. That time, a person who was working with Hoixiol was the one who took care of it. So I know how terrifying it is more than anyone else. On top of the official record of 761 deaths, 220 people were missing. What's shocking is that the victims' identities couldn't be identified at all, because all their heads were crushed. I was going to deal with them one day because that horrible temper could be a hindrance, but I end up facing them like this. Furthermore, they've been following me. Are you guys after Axion's fortune? Ha 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 ha. Do you think we're going to be manipulated by our own classmates? An underling like you wouldn't even be able to imagine it. So the Senate sent you? What? It's obvious from what you guys said. Seeing that the examiner didn't follow us, it seems that he's working with you guys. Look at you. You have quite the intuition. Aren't we in trouble? It's all right. He's going to die anyway. I feel the best when I ruin handsome faces like yours. So I'll crush your bones properly. Huh? I don't want to be similar to you guys. Instead, I'll just give you a new head. Maybe it's because they're still young, so it isn't hard to deal with them. The Heaven's Flower Rain, shown by the Lady of the Plum Blossom Palace. After dismantling and assembling it for 3 days, I can finally do the technique 3 times in a row. Various changes and applications are possible if I draw curves using circles and arcs. Of course, I can't do it 120 times in a row like the Lady of the Plum Blossom Palace. After cleaning up their remains, I have to think about how I can enter the underground. Huh? What sound is that? This is an invisible secret. Hidden quest. Find the invisible staircase and explore the blue caves. The entrance is this way. The number of demons caught is 41. He did it with a team of 21 people. Second place is Ray Ragnar. What about Theo Ragnar? Theo Ragnar. Not currently hunting demons and no allies. What? I'm guessing that he's either hiding or ambushing. If it's a guess, does that mean it's not confirmed? That's right. Just because he stood out in the first round doesn't necessarily mean he'll stand out in the second round too. Isn't it possible for him to be hesitant when facing actual battles, especially if he's an illegitimate child? Roughnecks did their job properly. Is it possible that the Senate has anything to do with this? Ah, right. I couldn't send you a word in advance. Well, as you can see, things went well. So don't worry. Damn it, this crazy old man did it without permission. After Camellia Palace was taken over, I took the opportunity to look through Rose Palace. However, I couldn't find the artifact of the ancient dragon. The clue to Rose Palace's artifact must be held by Theo, that punk. I must kill him after getting the clue. Tell Axion to hurry up. The Senate and the Secretary must be planning something. We also must set up a safety net. He must have some kind of situation right now. So there's no use in getting involved in the examination. Furthermore, I can't just ignore the fact that you met Theo without letting me know. Isn't Theo's feelings most important when it comes to that? There are quite powerful mental attack traps. Normal people would lose their minds. After passing the Moon-White Swords test, this is nothing much for me. By the way, I didn't know the compass was pointing to this place. Sensory, expansion, spirit type, special ability, effect, physical ability change using mana to expand your senses. Okay, it is that way. This place is Hatchling's Nest, supposedly 3 years from now. This is a place where Huixiao catches hatchlings and finds the legendary item. I feel sorry for Huixiao, but I must get it first. Amor. Grimior. This wasn't the hatchling's nest. This was the nest of an ancient dragon. This is bad. Against a dragon, forget about getting aim and relic. I'm gonna die here. Why is that thing here instead of the hatchling? Did Huixiao spread fake information, or is it because I came here 3 years early? Anyway, this is unexpected. This time I have to leave. It's unfortunate, but I'll have to come back here again before Huixiao. You're the first seigneur after a long time. Ancient Dragon Roadbroke. My name is Roadbroke. I'm the one you Ragnar call Guardian Dragon, the owner of the Winter Mountain. This is Roadbroke. Greetings to my ancestor. Ancestor? Isn't the Guardian Dragon the companion of our progenitor, Sigurd, and also the mother of Friedrafe? It seems like Friedrafe, that bastard, was spreading nonsense. It's true that Sigurd and I were companions. However, it was just a sign of respect for the contractor who exchanged his soul. There is no such emotional exchange between us. In the first place, isn't it impossible for a human to be mates with a dragon? Then does that mean saying that my family's line has the blood of the dragon is just a kind of propaganda? No, it's not. Through the contract between me and Sigurd, the dragon's blood is shared. Ragnar. That's all for the greetings. I will soon begin my duties as a guardian dragon to the selectors. From now on, Roadbroke, I'm going to keep the covenant that was made in the beginning and allow the selector who passes my test to ask 3 questions. Is this a non-battle situation? Thank goodness. My goal is to stand on the peak of Ragnar. In order to do so, I must know more about Ragnar deeply. I must get as much information as possible through this opportunity. 1,000 dragons roar. This makes it my 57th. What's Theo Ragnar up to? There's still no news about where he's hiding. Could it be that he's scared now that he has to face monsters? Actions Gang. Orion Gardner. He can easily beat a monster of that level. Axion is definitely a good one. I must stick with this guy no matter what. Even if he became stronger, he lived as an idiot. You must not know because you've never been strong. Have you seen me become scared of anything? If you have power, you won't be scared of anything. What are you scheming? Excuse me, Sir Axion. There is a message from the director of the Central Intelligence Bureau. Hurry and carry out the plan. Understood, so tell him not to pester me, because the one who has to kill Ken that punk the most is me. I will ask my first question. I was bored, waiting for you. What do you want to know? Why are you here? You're planning to ask the basic questions to figure out the hidden background knowledge, huh? That's a good question. The reason why I'm here, there is a monster that exists at the very edge of the world, across the seas, the nameless monarch. For the past 1,000 years, I've been staying here because I received a mission to protect the world. The Winter Mountain is just an outpost. What I felt from Roadbroke's eyes just now was definitely the nameless monarch. There's an existence that brings fear to the ancient dragon, who has reigned for over 1,000 years. I want to ask, but there are more important things I have to find out first. I'll ask the second question. What's the ancient dragon's relic? It was translated as Artifact of the Ancient Dragon in the previous chapter. I'm sorry. We'll change it to relic from now on. Thank you for understanding. There are about 3 relics, but I don't know much about them. It seems that you're quite lucky. There are 3. One is the dungeon of Camellia Palace, the other is the White Moonlight Blade. Then, what's the last one? The Ancient Dragon's relic is the result of the ancient dragon's soul that was divided into 31 pieces, which is next to you humans. in order to protect you all from the nameless monarch. The form of the ancient dragon's relic is not limited. It could be an item, or experience, or even a strange phenomenon. See? The last relic that I have, due to a certain factor, you have returned to the regression point. The unrealistic phenomenon where I went through 20 years of hell. Regression. Thus, it's me. If this happens because of the ancient dragon, Fafnir, then it makes sense. But something strange. There's always a dragon protecting the ancient dragon's relics, but there's no such thing in the regression. As if... I'll ask the last question. Who was I chosen? Why would someone as talentless as me be chosen? To fight the nameless monarch? I'll answer that with a question. Why did you think that you're the only chosen one? I wasn't the only one who was chosen by the relics. Ed Kierson, Black Dragon, they knew about the relics and wanted to collect them. If they were also chosen by the relics, then they might be seeing the same messages and have also regressed. I become one step closer to the world's truth, but instead, things become more complicated. The fact that there's a nameless monarch that even the ancient dragon is scared of, and more regressors aside from me. Now, I've answered your 3 questions already. The quest is complete, so I'll give you your reward. I came here to obtain Amon's relic, but I changed my mind. I must get something bigger, something that can't be compared to an item. Congratulations, you completed the hidden quest. As a reward, you are given the chance to get the ancient dragon's treasures. As you can see, in this nest, there are all kinds of treasures from around the world. Gems, relics, elixirs, skill books, armaments. Whatever you choose will be worth beyond your imagination. Choose anything you want, and I shall give it to you. Now, what do you want to have? I want to have you, Roadbroke. Huh? It seems my popularity is timeless. That was quite the funny joke. Now, tell me what it is that you actually desire. I just told you. That wasn't a joke? Correct. Dragons fear. Insolent. Are you trying to claim all the treasures in my knowledge with clever wordplay? Guardian dragons dragon fear. I need to hold out. Lesser drakes. Fear is unleashed on the battlefield. How foolish. You think you can stand against me with a lesser drake's fear. You, the guardian dragon, declared that I may have any treasure within your nest. There was no mention that Lodbrok could not be said treasure. This is a gamble, one I'm risking my own life for, but the payoff is worth it. The guardian dragon that established the Ragnar Clan with the progenitor, Sigurd. There is no greater proof of legitimacy than becoming her significant other. In order to not repeat the past, this is an opportunity I cannot let slip past. Please give me Lodbrok. You promised me with your divine word. Stand alongside me. Sigurd? Fine, I accept. You have piqued my interest. I shall give you a chance. Oofufu. Taken by my beauty, I see. But I am already over 2,000 years old. Great guardian dragon. Your chest. Oh, this? To tell you the truth, I lost my heart 50 years ago, and so I have been waiting patiently. At best, I have 3 years left to live. Because of this, I cannot even leave my nest. In other words, I am unable to help you directly. So I ask again, do you still want to select me as your reward? My answer remains unchanged. I would like to select you, Lodbrok, as my reward. You have selected Ragnar's guardian dragon, Lodbrok, as your reward. Foolish. But I guess that is also characteristic of a chosen one. Guardian dragon's significant other has been created. Descendant of the progenitor has been created. I will become stronger and obtain more relics of the primordial dragon. A soul link with Lodbrok has been established. I will find it for you. Something to substitute your lost heart. Does something like that exist? You have gained a large amount of experience points. Among the relics of the primordial dragon, there might be something capable of doing so. You have leveled up. I think I need to at least do that to be worthy of the title Guardian Dragon's significant other. Please take care of me, my new significant other. But as I have explained, I am unable to leave this place. Until you find and return with a solution, I shall hibernate here. There is something I need you to do, to form a true soul link with me. Read this here and awaken your mind gate. You should be able to within a month. There are simple foods around the nest. Take your time reading. As a bonus reward, you have acquired the Grimoire Amon. Grimoire Amon, Book of Amon, the hidden being. It contains magical principles relating to the sound that resonated at the beginning of time, a holy sound that encompassed all the truth of the universe. It's nice that I managed to obtain the Amon Grimoire, but what do you mean, a month? That's about how long it takes to first awaken the mind gate. Why? Do you have more pertinent matters? The second stage of the awakening ceremony is currently underway. The exam is only 15 days long. I have less than half a month right now. May I please return after the exam is over? Though it is possible, I will not permit it. It would be no fun to simply let you go. Open up your mind gate before the second stage ends. I will not permit you to leave until then. Time remaining till the end of the second stage. 13 days, 310 hours. As you know, the reason the totems are able to create an anti-fiend safety zone is because of the fiend summoning marble inside the totem. By amplifying the energy of fiends sealed inside the marble, it makes it so other fiends can't get close. But by breaking this marble, you can call upon a fiend whenever you desire. The objective of the second stage is to eliminate fiends and collect points. Therefore, Theo himself has no choice but to search for and hunt fiends. I understand what you're getting at, Uncle. You want me to use the marbles to lure in that bastard Theo. That's right. But that's not enough. You can't simply lure him in and kill him. Otherwise, we might fail to obtain clues regarding the relic of the Rose Palace. Why don't I just torture him before killing him? You should know better yourself. The gap in skill between you and Theo is not that large. It won't be easy for you to restrain and torture him. However, he appears to be far too sentimental. Use his followers against him. The dropouts who were gathered in training ground number 4. It'll be easier for you to capture them as hostages and demand information regarding the relic. I understand, Uncle. That was the plan. But to think that instead of searching for any fiends, he wouldn't even show himself until the final moments of the exam. Time remaining till the end of the second stage. 12 hours. Axion Ragnar. Second stage. First place. 860 points. What a waste. We even went through the trouble of making sure some of the proctors would be Uncle's men. Maybe the 3 scoundrels of the council got him. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense that he hasn't shown up yet. Plum Blossom Palace. Apprentice Swordsman Felix Ragnar. Second stage, 7th place, 446 points. For being the promising talent of the Plum Blossom Palace. That's quite the garbage insight. I can see why Lady Plum Blossom is so much more interested in Theo. What was that? I'm helping him catch Theo, but he's taunting me for it? This son of a bitch. Whatever. It's not like I expected much. Theo, if you won't show yourself willingly, I'll gladly force your hand. Scaled Dragon Society and Plum Blossom Palace. It's hunting time. We will kill the rejects of training ground number 4 one by one until he shows up. Ray Ragnar. Second stage, 3rd place, 561 points. Frost Lizard, middle-low class fiend, hisses. We did it. We defeated a yellow demon bell fiend. See? I told you we could. Sibildria, 8th place, 31 points. I'll have to brag to young Master Theo after the exam. Eode Naren, 53rd place, 52 points. Bemat Ramiro, 62nd place. 36 points. But there are only 12 hours remaining till the end of the second stage. Where is young Master Theo? We even secured so many supplies for him. I'm sure he's seeing a bigger picture. I bet he's doing something more important. And then collecting points for the exam, I guess. Since survival is the only requirement to pass the second stage, I guess the rankings don't really matter. I was still excited to see young Master Theo become the valedictorian again. Oh, right. He also promised me the same thing. Y'all make me laugh. Orion Gardner 14th. 173 points. Sybil Scaled Dragon Society? What's the meaning of this? What do you think it is? Your sacrificial lambs to summon your precious young master. Also, we also really want to see your damned young master, Theo, so don't resent us too much. Same time, Lodbrok's nest, how surprising. To be able to open the mind gate in less than half a month, you have partially grasped the magical principles within Grimoire, Amon, creating a new skill. Thankfully, the information I overheard in my past life was true. The most important factor when learning the Amon Grimoire is the quantity and quality of magic power. Because I possess both a mana haul and the dragon heart, I guess it's only natural that I can learn twice as fast as normal people. Your state is too low. A lower rank skill has manifested. Hatchling Synchro. Rank C. Freely manipulate and read the residual thoughts of objects through psychokinesis. I guess that much is a must to call yourself my significant other. With that, you now have the basics. The rest, you must continue mastering through training. Once you reach a higher level, you will even be able to hear my voice. Also, you will be able to borrow Lodbrok's power. The same power as the progenitor. Of course, for that, my recovery must be prioritized. Don't forget I have 3 years to live at best. I will accomplish it. With that, I declare that the primordial covenant has been fulfilled. I shall await our next meeting, my new significant other, the first in 1,000 years. It's nice that I formed a pact with Lodbrok, but I've made 0 progress with the awakening ceremony. I only have 12 hours left. It's like I'm intentionally playing on hard mode. If I hunt fiends the normal way, it won't be possible to get to first place in 12 hours. That only leaves one strategy: stealing the bells of others. Exion got first place in my past life. I doubt that's changed this time around. In other words, I can get first place by simply defeating Action. Though, I'm sure it won't be easy to beat him. Found you. Here you are. Ragnar? What happened to you? How can a monster injure you like that? Sword wounds. Was she attacked by a person? Just what happened to you? Let's talk later. Careful. Using the hatchling synchronization, the thoughts hidden within the sword will be conveyed, reading the memories of the sword owner. Ragnar. What about Theo? There's still no news about him, but since we've done this much, he should show up soon, right? Many traces of the guys from Gymnasium 4. There are also monsters that can lead him here. What? Did I do something wrong? No, I mean these guys. Why did you bring people here? 2 or 3 people are enough to be held as hostages. Ah, these punks. Haha. Then let's just kill some of them. Stop. What is it, Ragnar? This is crossing the line. Doesn't this have nothing to do with you? I don't want to make things more difficult. Pay no attention here and go your way. They're Theo's comrades. Let them go. You are also on that idiot's side. Because of the lack of status, some thoughts can't be read. What happened? Why did Axion hold captive my 4 comrades? How did you tell me what happened? As soon as we started, Axion was desperate to catch you, but you couldn't be. So we took your friends hostage. I didn't come here to tell you that. Axion, you're not letting me be in this life either. But I'm no longer the person who keeps getting trampled by you. So where is Axion waiting for me? Theo appeared. He suddenly appeared at the edge of the northern cliff. Vic, really? I'm sure. Right now, he's in contact with Ragnar. I think he will come here soon. Finally, you appear, Theo Ragnar. I will prove to you once and for all that a bastard like you can't possess enough skill to replace me. Don't forget, young Master Axion. There's no need to face him directly. You just have to get some information about the relics through the hostages. We will take care of Theo Ragnar. While we get rid of him, use the summoning orb to turn away the eyes of the supervisors around you. Yes, all right. Don't worry. You can't go. The supervisors of the Intelligence Bureau are also on Axion's side. Even you, Theo, won't be able to handle it. This is no longer a test but a slaughter. This is a trap to kill you. You can't go alone. Let's find the other supervisors, convince them, and go together. There is no time. I'm thankful for your help, but while we're being like this, something might happen to those guys. I have to go right now. Tell me where they are. Are you stupid? You'll die if you go. What's the use of everything if you're dead? Even if there are some sacrifices, you have to. I don't want to. This is Ragnar. It's impossible to not have any sacrifices. Let's gather here again. You also interfered. You also couldn't just stand still and watch. Why is the Rose Palace burning? Why are your servants dying? I'm tired of always suffering pathetically. I can't repeat my past mistakes. The supplies collected by Sybil, a bell that dropped, blood traces. Something bad happened. Doesn't it seem so? Hulkus, rank 6, 499 points. Erica, rank 4, 521 points. I'm sorry, but I hope you can help me for a while. Narcio, second place, 688 points. There's a high chance that Sybil and the other hostages are still alive. Theo should be the one instructing Axion. He probably set this up to kill me cleanly without causing any chaos. The fact that the supervisors are with Axion is the proof. Dragons through. The supervisors who were deployed to kill me will definitely control Axion's sudden behavior. Even so, I still must move quickly. Because Axion is a variable that's hard to control. But thanks to that variable I will be able to catch Axion. Theo, you've always been like this since you were young. Let's go home first. This time, I will help you. Noisy. I told you that if you don't shut up, I'll kill you. Young Master Axion, don't forget the director of the Intelligence Bureau's advice to not make any unexpected changes. 4 senior high-ranking prosecutors are sent to kill that punk. Theo, maternal uncle doesn't believe that I can win against that guy. That idiot. Unintelligible gibberish sentence. You've finally showed up. Theo Ragnar. Huh. You made me wait for so long. Young Master Axion. Ha. You must have come here knowing the situation. So let's get to the point right away. If you want to save your friends, you have to. Were you scared? What? Keep you scared. You gonna lose to me? What kind of nonsense are you talking about? If it's not that, then there's no reason for you to do this. Gathering lots of people, those eyes glaring at me, even the shameful hostage situation. Because you're scared of losing to me? The reputation of being the strongest in the Northern Four must be fake. If not, try fighting with me once, just like a Ragnar sword fight. Of course, that's only because you have an unfair advantage. If I lose, I'll give you everything you want, including my life. On the other hand, if I win, release thee. Sword fight? Idiot is requesting a sword fight with me? You don't seem to know that your arrogance is as high as the sky. Do you really think that I'm scared of you? Young Master Axion, it's just a provocation. You don't have to respond to him. You just do as planned. Are you guys saying that you don't trust me? All right, Theo Ragnar. Let's fight. Things are getting complicated. Should we do now? It's still within our expectations. It's just that our work increased a bit. If young Master Axion goes too far, we go as planned. This is a sword fight of the prideful Ragnar. No one can interfere until the fight is over. Don't touch the hostages who are the... Let's not waste time and get into it. I'll teach you. 1,000 dragons roar. Dragon. Dragon's third claw. Are you skilled enough to teach? Fuck! Scaled Draken Society, Executive Dorian Gardner, 14th, 179 points. I was still skeptical after the first stage. But Theo is actually this skilled. This is difficult. Axion could lose here. Should I just betray him and switch over to Theo? Axion was always a cocky son of a bitch. No. The Central Intelligence Bureau's proctors are here. I'm sure they'll take care of it. Let's focus on distracting the other proctors. Scaled Dragon Society, disperse. We don't want to get caught up in the chaos. We'll leave this to Axion and move separately. Axion, you must take the throne of Ragnar, for your mother and uncle, for the prosperity of the Troivan clan. The Ragnar name is merely a front. You are a Troivan. Do you understand? Impressive grit, Theo Ragnar. Thanks for acting exactly as expected, Axion. Theo Ragnar has finally shown himself. He has come into contact with Axion Ragnar. There we go! So you're finally making a move, Theo. Ha ha ha. I knew he'd be safe and sound. He wasn't taken care of by the scoundrels. He was alive, thank goodness. I may not know what he has been up to, but my plan can finally be put into motion. After Axion extracts information about the relic, the high-rank swordsman I selected will cut him down. We've received new information. Theo Ragnar and Axion Ragnar are currently in the midst of a duel. What? Be strong. However, he's not that fast. Your movements, I can read them all. A sword-throwing technique? You should know using a secret technique with predetermined movements only serves to inform your opponent of your next location. So it was you? You talk too much. Finish it. Already. The dunderhead who did that. The day I died, I was fated to die without learning. Who burned down our Rose Palace. Because I had no power. Fortunately, Rendon took off his mask for me. Thanks to Evelyn's investigation, I was able to find out that Rendon and the Camellia Palace were deeply connected. So it was a logical conclusion that the ones who killed me were the Troivan clan. And among the Troivans, there is one person who uses sword throwing, an uncommon technique, Axion Ragnar. That's because unless one was highly arrogant, one would never use a move where they could lose their weapon. I wasn't 100% sure before, but I'm certain now that I've seen it again with my own two eyes, both back then and now. Why are you motherfuckers so desperate to kill me? He broke a sword with his bare hands? This isn't like my past life. I will save myself and all my comrades. Where are you aiming? What's with this half-baked imitation? What the hell is this? Ordinary killing intent. What's with this ridiculous mana level? Could it be? Was this bastard hiding his skills during the first stage? So when are you going to show me your mighty strength, you son of a bitch? Axion Troivan. Do you know what it feels like? Do you know what it feels like to be pierced through your stomach?